The bow video. Oh, this is okay. So this is a video I took of my ex-girlfriend, and because I was like, look, kind of similar to her situation. You know how he was all saying like my next girl. So I was telling her, I was like, look, I gotta make a tutorial video that I gotta show future women. So I'm using you as an actress.
That's crazy.
That went over well. But anyway, so I was like, look, I got to take a video because you do such a great job. Like you're the placeholder, kind of like her situation. You're the placeholder.
Why are you like throwing shade for no reason?
Don't worry about it, Felicity. You're the placeholder.
Oh,
so
that didn't bother me.
Not you. I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the placeholder. So I have to. You're gonna help me with the tutorial, because I feel like sometimes you gotta. Not all women, you know. Some of you guys have bad habits, and you got to deal with a real man. These girls, to get you caught up to speed. Let me get you caught up to speed on what it takes in 2025, 2026 to deal with, to get a man.
A top tier man.
We got to. Well, hold on. I don't like that kind of categorization, but I'm just saying, I have to. Sometimes you got to correct bad behaviors. Sometimes you got to.
You need to watch a lot of videos then.
You need to watch a lot of videos, Felicity. But sometimes you gotta, you gotta undo certain propaganda. You gotta get a woman caught up to speed. So let's go ahead, play the video. Boom, huge bow. So that's rule number 1. She has to bow as soon as I come home.
She's so beautiful.
Well,
oh my God, I love like Korean,
she got a lot of help
Japanese
from her
women.
doctor, but
okay, is she Korean?
She is Korean, so you know how they do it with the plastic surgery. I think she's Korean, maybe she's Chinese. I don't know. I never asked her. Has to have my dinner ready, crack open a beer for me, and stir my noodles, because obviously I consume noodles frequently. One more time, the bow. Let's just play it again. Boom, huge bow. Do you see the depth? You see the submissive hand posture? Do you see the slightly inward, I guess they're not inward, whatever, the submissive hand posture. So going around the table, would you do this for your boyfriend, husband, whatever?
No.
No?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, you like
For
it?
my current boyfriend, yes.
Yes.
No.
You wouldn't do it? Perfect man?
It depends.
Into the mic.
For the perfect man?
It's kind of weird.
Into the mic.
Into the mic?
Oh, sorry. It's a little weird to me, but
The bow or the other stuff? Or all of it?
all of it.
All of it? A little weird?
I mean, I would do it because I'd love the person that I'm with, but I wouldn't want it to be an obligation by him,
Obligation. Okay, yeah. Expectation.
Expectation.
Don't you have
Obligated
expectations,
to-
though?
I've never been in a relationship, so I don't really know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
How about this as an expectation? Don't fuck other people.
Well, my rule of thumb is if I find out that you've hooked up with someone else, I get to hook up with someone else, and it could be your brother, could be your dad, could
Wait,
be your best
what?
friend. Yeah, yeah. So
Is that what you do?
No, I've never been
You've
in
never
that
done a
posi-
revenge fuck?
No.
A spite fuck?
No.
Okay.
Dad.
Damn, that's gangster.
Well, you
That's
fuck
kinda
up,
gangster.
and you'll never know who it is either.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of an L for you, though. I feel like that's
don't
an
feel
L
like it's an
as the
L.
girl. Like, okay, well, my boyfriend was a dick, so I'm going to go fuck a bunch of dudes. That's
No,
an
no,
L.
I wouldn't even say that I break up with him and be like, okay, well, so now I get a hall pass.
That's
So
a little. I feel like that's a
you
bit
have to-
toxic, though.
It very well could be, but I've never been in a
I
relationship.
don't know. I think you
so I
just
wouldn't
break
know.
up. You either break up with them, or I guess you can accept them back.
Yeah,
whatever.
sometimes cheating it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to break up with someone.
But you either break up with them or you accept the cheating, I guess, in that instance. But I think that's the L as the girl to be like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be a whore.
No. It would be ahead of time. Like I just want to let you know, like if I find out you cheat on me, like I get to.
Yeah, that's still, yeah. If I find out you cheat on me, I'm going to be a whore.
That's not.
That's an L for a woman. That's an L for a woman.
It is an L for a woman.
That's not a W, that's an L.
Is it?
That's a
I don't
major
know.
L for
I
the
don't
woman.
know. I've never been in that situation.
You
so
fuck another chick. By the way, men shouldn't cheat, women shouldn't cheat. But I'm telling you, that's not an own. Like, hey, buddy, if you ever cheat on me, I'm gonna let another
Well, I
guy
wouldn't
come
be-
in my
What? Jeez, I would never say that.
That's not a W.
I'm not calling it a win.
Okay.
I think it's an L on both sides.
Yeah, but that's not like your revenge. I mean, I guess it technically would be revenge if he was upset by the fact that you fucked somebody else. But like, it's not worth it to fuck somebody else.
Probably not.
Did you do that to the Olympic
No,
guy?
I've never done that
Because he was
before,
fucking other people.
Maybe.
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Although it's weird that he talked to you like every day for a year and
Yeah.
you guys never met. Okay. Wait, we were going around the table. Fuck, I told you. What were we?
The bowing.
The bow. Oh, would you bow for your
Yeah, I'd do more than what was in that video.
W? Good answer. Best?
Good answer.
What about you?
Why are we bowing?
Respect. It's a show of respect.
And we're married or dating?
It could be boyfriend or it could be married.
Well, I don't ascribe marital privileges to boyfriends. So if it was my husband,
Sure, your husband.
then
You go home tonight or wherever your boyfriend next week, and is your husband here in town?
no.
Okay, well, next time you see your husband, maybe, do you think he's watching?
Oh yeah, he is. Hi, babe.
Can you say his first name, or do you want to keep that private?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Okay, well, probably not, but we'll call him Chad. Chad,
I like that name.
you must insist on the bow, but next time you see her. But you would do it if you wanted.
He's so sweet. I would bow for him,
W.
but he wouldn't make me do that. But I would. And
Okay, what about you? Would you do it?
Oh yeah, I would do that. I mean, as long as it's not actually serious, where he's like, if you don't do this for me, like every time I come into the room, it's over.
No,
But
he's
I would
not,
do
like-
I would do that of my
he's
own
not
volition.
angry
Yeah,
about it.
that's just fun and cute, be a little thing.
Okay, all right.
That would be fun.
Wait, so no, it was no, and then no, I think?
Depends.
Wait, how about this? For not just any guy, the perfect guy, would you hit a bow?
No,
Really?
I think it's weird. I don't.
It's kind of.
Well, I get that it's weird, right? Sure, it might be weird, it might be unorthodox, but not even for the perfect guy?
No.
So, okay, here, look, you're young, you've not dated too much, it sounds like. Here's how the future is going to play out for you. And I could be wrong, right? A lot of women are really dissatisfied with dating. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to jump from guy to guy to guy to guy. You're going to have a series of disappointing relationship after relationship after relationship, some of which are going to cheat on you, maybe one or two of which, hopefully not, but one or two of which might be abusive. You're telling me that for a complete, once a day, 3 seconds, you just have to, for the perfect guy, never cheats on you, never leaves you, is way more attractive, better looking, better personality than, let's be realistic here, there are such thing as leagues, so you're going to have to be operating in your league in terms of looks, in terms of personality, career, et cetera, et cetera. The perfect guy in this case would be a 10 out of 10 in looks, 10 out of 10 personality, 10 out of 10 loyalty, 10 out of 10 everything, 10 out of 10 money. So you could be a billionaire. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't bow for a billionaire.
No.
10 out, oh my goodness.
It's weird. I don't.
I get that it's weird, but
Why would I do that?
I would, honestly, for the perfect woman, I would even bow. And that's like, that. I feel like that's even worse because I think if we're looking at things through the lens of like, I know you probably aren't like traditional or whatever, but like society, it's deemed more socially acceptable for a woman to do a submissive act, right? In this case, like a bow would be to some degree submissive. Mm-hmm. Now, I would still want to lead in this relationship, but I'm saying that this specific thing to me is completely benign. It takes 3 seconds. All I have to do is bow, but I'm still the leader in the relationship. Even though it's like would be socially unacceptable to some degree for a man to be submissive, it'd be more socially unacceptable than for a woman to do it. I would still do it for the perfect woman because I can tell you, first off, no one's perfect. And look, in relationships, you make trade-offs. Mm-hmm. So in terms of, you're not going to probably get the mat.
I don't know. If I'm not comfortable doing it, I don't want to do it. Like.
That's
Yeah.
that's fine, but I it's interesting to me, like even that super, like, can I ask you a question? Would you like a guy to be chivalrous?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
feel
want
like
a
everyone
guy,
wants that, right?
women want it. Men don't
Well, yeah.
have any expectation for women to be chivalrous. Do you want a guy to like, I don't know, maybe there's different forms of it. open the car door for you. Okay, you want a guy to observe the sidewalk rule. So when you're walking down the street, he's closer to where the cars are.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a guy to pay for the first date?
Yeah.
Second date?
Yeah.
All dates?
Preferably.
Okay. All right. So, it's interesting. What's some other chivalry?
I'm surprised too.
Yeah.
Would you want a guy to like pick you up for a date? Like he picks you up, or?
Yeah, I don't know. The act of bowing, I don't know. Personally, for me, it just feels like degrading, if that makes sense.
Well, how so?
Just like, I don't know. I just feel like,
Do you want to get married one day?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't
Do you
know
want
yet.
him to buy you a ring?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you care if it's some people? There's like really cheap, like $20 rings on Amazon. Would that bother you?
I wouldn't bother.
Like the tradition would be to, some people go overboard, but the tradition is to spend, buy a nice ring, right? Maybe it's a couple hundred, maybe it's in the thousands.
As long as it comes with thought and like they know what I like and stuff.
Do you want a man to get down on one knee when he proposes to you?
Doesn't have to.
Well, I'm assuming you want the man to propose, right?
Right.
Like you don't want to propose, do you? Mm-hmm. Like you'd want the man to do the traditional thing.
Yeah.
So he proposes to you. Mm-hmm. And part of that typically entails having the ring and getting down on one knee.
Right.
Why is this not degrading?
It's an act of chivalry. Do you think bowing is an act of chivalry? I mean, I guess it could be.
Well, women don't do that, but I think women will show their submission in various ways. But you probably completely reject being submissive in a relationship. But I would say that I actually think that getting down on one knee, kneeling, is way physically it's way more submissive, and I think it's way more degrading than a bow. At least a bow, you stay on your feet. Kneeling is it's pussy shit. That's I think it's degrading to be honest.
Don't you think it's more gentlemanlike? But like in comparison, like don't you think like majority of people would think like proposing, getting on one knee, and like that's more like chivalrous and gentleman comparison to like you're getting your girlfriend to bow for you,
Well, I think it's within the purview of chivalry, but if we're looking at the actual action, and I think I'm understanding you're saying that, okay, people, at least in Western cultures, don't bow. Like white people don't bow. Although they're like historically, if we're looking at like kings and whatever, yes, people did bow, but that's besides the point. Whereas like it is a tradition even today when a man's proposing to a woman to get down on one knee.
Right.
It's deemed like a socially acceptable behavior, whereas the bow is not. Mm-hmm. But the bow is really just a litmus test for, are you willing to do a completely benign, harmless thing if your man asks for it?
I just don't think I'm comfortable doing it.
But what can you
if I'm
demonstrate
uncomfortable
the
in a
harm?
situation, like I don't want to do it.
But demonstrate the harm.
It's harm for me. Like I just don't feel like it just doesn't feel right in my head to do it.
But demonstrate, yeah, okay. But what is the harm?
Like physical or like?
Well, what would the actual harm be?
I just feel like not like. I don't know. I just.
I think we're watching cognitive dissonance in real time. I think that's what it is. It's you want and I've been there too. You want the chivalry and the feminism, but it's not a reality. You're going to have to war with that idea, and you're going to have to come to a winner of the battle. You can't say I want all the chivalrous stuff, but your husband asks you to do one minor, subservient act, and you're like, no, why would I do that? Well, why would we expect him to open your car door, stand on the side, and do this?
Well, I don't expect him to do it. I would prefer him to do it, but it's the same thing. He would prefer me to bow, but I don't want to do that. So,
I argue most of the men that you go out with pretty much are not going to hold you to any sort of traditional expectations.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They don't. Like, guys. Here's my question. Like all those, but all those things that we just listed. Mm-hmm. What is the commensurate thing that women can do that would be, I'm not saying that the woman has to open the car door, but what is the commensurate thing, the equivalent thing that women can do?
So how do you be chivalrous to a man?
Well, not chivalrous, but so if women have these expectations, mm-hmm. what are the expectations, or what do women do?
I mean, like
nothing.
No, they obviously do stuff.
Which is what?
They could.
What do you do?
What I do in relationships?
What maybe not in a relationship, mm-hmm. But what are the things that women do that are equivalent or commensurate to the various chivalrous acts that women want or sometimes even demand or expect at the very forefront of dating and relationships?
I feel like it depends on the person. I mean,
They
like,
don't do anything.
No,
That's
I feel
my
like
perspective.
I feel like usually women like cook and stuff and like do like laundry
Cook?
for them. Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
okay. So,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I had another position. I think the first time a girl ever comes over to my house, she should do my laundry. Would you do that? Not for me. I'm just. Oh. Would you do that?
Like first like date kind of thing.
Not necessarily
or like,
the first date, but the first time you're at his house.
I don't think I would.
You don't think you would do it?
No, but
So
the
there
same
isn't
way I wouldn't
anything,
expect him to like.
You expect a guy to pay for your date, though.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
It's what?
would you really want to go on a date with a guy that doesn't want to pay? Like,
Well, I'm a man and straight, so. But I assume gay people go about things quite differently. But wait, hold on. Can you repeat that last part?
like, would any like woman really want to go on a date with a guy that doesn't want to pay?
Ooh,
I
now
have.
we're getting somewhere interesting. Okay.
I've paid for guys
But-
on dates.
I've paid for guys on dates too.
But
And, like,
why do you say, would a woman really want to go on a date with somebody who doesn't want to pay? Why is that?
well, it's because usually the guys are like asking you out on the date. I feel like it's mainly the respectful thing to do.
Have you ever asked a guy out on a date?
No.
Ah, okay. So you're getting into whoever asks should pay, but whoever asks should pay conveniently ignores the fact that women overwhelmingly never initiate because there's a order of things, and men historically have this societal expectation that they initiate. Like, for example, as a woman, you can wait around and guys will come to you, whether that's in person, online, and you don't have to do that, and you can pick amongst the men that pursue you. Mm-hmm. Unless you're like a really top tier man, women don't pursue. So most men, if most men did what most women do, which is nothing, they would die virgins. Like, most men can't get away with not taking some degree of initiative or engaging in the pursuit because women don't pursue them.
Yeah, that's
That's just the reality, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess when it comes to whoever asks should pay, I would agree with that sentiment if it was the case that men and women initiated at comparable rates. Mm-hmm. Even if it was maybe a bit dominated by men. So if 60% of the time the man initiated, 40% of the time the woman initiated, I'd still be prepared to agree with that. But it's definitely not 50-50, and it's definitely not even 60-40. I think it's probably 97 to 1. 99%. Men are overwhelmingly the initiators, right? And I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm not complaining, but I do think it is sort of this, convenient thing to just say, well, men are, if you ask somebody out, well, you should pay. Well, if there's like massive social pressure that precludes women from being initiators, well, I don't know if it's social pressure, more so like a place of privilege. Like, if a girl comes to me, like y'all have had this shit on lock for a minute. Things are changing a little bit, but like, you have way more leverage. If you're the one being pursued, you have way more leverage. Women don't want to give up their leverage. If a girl's coming to me, I can set what it's going to be. I can dictate the terms. Now, you can still kind of do that as the pursuer to some degree, but like, if a girl's coming to you, it's going to be my way. Things are going to be my way if a girl's coming to me. And whereas the reverse, things are a little different. So,
Yeah, I also think it's interesting how, like, I think you kind of listed a lot of, like, wants and expectations from a man. And then you have to really think, like, it's almost like, why should you get that if you're not willing to, like, give a little as well? And I'm not even talking about finances or anything that I'm talking about, again, that submission. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, pay for this, open my door, protect me, this, let me do whatever I want as well.
But like, in the context of bowing, like, I just don't feel comfortable. Like, I don't know, I would feel bad about myself. And I'd hope like my partner wouldn't want me to feel bad about myself if I do this action for them. So I'd hope that they'd like understand that.
I understand that, and I get the bow, like, culturally is peculiar. It's unorthodox. It's not something that we do. But in this case, something that, I asked about the cooking or the cleaning or the doing the laundry. And what's interesting to me is, and I'm not saying this is the case for you, but like you'll have women who will have no problem having sex right away, and I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I think it's interesting. On one hand, you'll have a woman who will like give her entire body to a man. Like this is one of the most intimate things you can do. Although it's interesting. A lot of people, for some people, like it's weird, like holding hands for some people is more intimate than having sex, which is kind of like,
What?
Or kissing.
well, I don't think so.
That's crazy, yeah.
But like for some people, sex is like this just,
It's like the very,
they're completely detached intimacy
Yeah.
from it. It's just like, it's just sport fucking for a lot of people. To the point where, okay, like a man can be inside of me, but if I hold a guy's hand, that's more intimate than sex.
and you're saying same with bowing, that it's almost like you're saying sex is okay, but bowing isn't.
Well, the point I was going to make is even off of bowing, but it could be related to bowing. A woman will like, I mean, look, some people get a little freaky with sex. Like you'll be, I'm going to be a little graphic here, but I'm being graphic, not for the sake of being graphic, but to drive home the point. A woman will choke on a guy's dick, let him come inside, let him come in your mouth, you'll swallow his cum, you'll let him blast on your face, you'll let him blast on your back, you'll do back shots, you'll let him come inside your pussy. But women draw the line at, I don't cook, I don't clean, I won't bow, I won't do his laundry. And I'm like, hold on.
You should be doing all of it.
Well, yes, you should do all of it. But it's like, the bow is uncomfortable, but I'll let a man inside of me within 30 minutes of meeting. This girl over
Take
here.
his load, but you won't do his load.
Yes, wait, repeat that, Felicity.
You'll take his load, but you won't do his load.
Well put. You'll take his load, but you won't do his load.
I feel like with dating, it makes you a rare woman if you just do everything. Like I'll bow, then I'll fall to my knees, and then I'll cook and I'll clean. It's like because you love them that much. Like you just want to do everything for them, and that you want to pay for them.
Yeah, and honestly, like the easier my man's life is, the easier mine is. So.
Yeah, just make them happy, and it could be like the bowing thing is like fun and cute to me, and like you can make your own version of
Imagine
that.
like wearing a cute little skirt or something like that.
Like I love this. This is so cute.
And here's the truth with it, right? Like in practice, like I actually don't care if the girl like doesn't bow, but it's her willingness to do it.
Yes.
Like that's actually, it's not the actual act itself, it's the willingness to do it. It's not like I'm some dictator. It's like, you didn't fucking bow to me today. No, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't actually care. But it's like, it's a temperature test. It's a litmus test for like, okay, is she going to acquiesce to me in other ways in the relationship? And so, but I mean, getting off the bow, because look, again, I get it's kind of like a bit odd. It's a bit culturally doesn't make sense. But like you mentioned how you wouldn't do a guy's laundry on the first date, or not the first date, the first time you're at his house, right? But you expect a guy to pay for the first date, right? And I was thinking about this, and I think the easiest way I can like, so okay, you're dating college guys, right?
Sure.
College men, people in college are not typically known for being particularly high earners. Maybe they have parents' money, whatever. Let's say the guy makes $20 an hour. Probably a good chance, like a lot of guys in college make less than $20 an hour. Here in California, we have a minimum wage that's pretty decent. Maybe it's 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever. When you ask a guy, and look, I know you seem reasonable. I don't get the impression that you're expecting a guy to take you on, some super $500 dinner, right? You're probably fine with maybe some pizza or Chili's or some shit, right? But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I think like if you go to Chili's, right? You go to Chili's on a date, which I think most women are not going to be like super impressed with a Chili's date.
I like Chili's.
Applebee's.
No, Chili's is good,
Chili's.
but it's not exactly like, okay, the most... If you're going to go do... I think dinner dates are lame as fuck, but if you're going to do a dinner date, Chili's is not like exactly the most impressive.
Do you watch Wicked?
I do, thank you. But like, if a woman's expectation, or maybe when you get a bit older and he takes you to a medium tier place, like he's going to spend probably at minimum $100 on the date, right? And you would say, okay, well, half of that's for him, so whatever, we're not going to count that. But $100 on a date is going to be like 1 or 2 drinks, an appetizer, main course, dessert, and tip, right? A guy's going to, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect a guy's going to pay $100 on the first date. That's super reasonable, especially in this economy. If the guy makes $20 an hour and he's spending $100 on a date, for the total date, that's 5 hours of work he has to do. Just for your portion, though, to be fair, that's 2.5 hours of work if he's making $20 an hour. So I'm thinking like, hold on. And I don't think it's rare for women to expect men to pay for first dates. In fact, some women, maybe it's not a deal breaker if you go 50-50. Some women, definitely a deal breaker. If it's the standard that women say, you need to pay for the first date, that translates to, you need to work 2.5 hours to take me out. And what if the guy works a labor job? What if his job is difficult? What if his job is, I don't know, what if he's a janitor? What if he's cleaning bathrooms? What
Construction?
Or he works a restaurant job and he's fucking running around cleaning tables and shit. And he has to, all the shit that he has to do in the restaurant? Or construction, he's breaking his body. I start to think like, the bow seems like kind of a small ask compared to the ask of women. Go work 2 hours to take me on a date. I mean, that's the entailment of men should pay on first dates. You work 2 hours to take me on a date. Like if I told you, no, you don't have to bow, but go dig a ditch for 2.5 hours, then we can go on a date, you would laugh at me and be like, the fuck? I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. Right?
I mean, I don't really know. Like, yeah, like totally. Like, I mean, if he can't pay, then like he can't pay. Like, as long as like I'm having fun on the date, and then if he communicates with me beforehand, like, hey, like, I'm sorry, like I can't pay and stuff, I'd be like, okay, that's totally fine. We can do something else, or we can do something that doesn't.
Well, I mean, if he can't pay, you should probably plan something for free. But
right.
But it was your position earlier. Mm-hmm. I understand there can be circumstances where you would go on a date with a guy and you guys, maybe he doesn't have money and you would, I mean, you're in college. I don't think it's peculiar that a lot of college guys don't have money.
Yeah.
You'd go do something for free. But you still did say you have some expectation that the guy would pay for dates.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Right. But that expectation built into it is, okay, if he's going to spend $20, $40, $50 for your portion of the date, which I don't think is an unreasonable number for a guy to spend on a date, that means working 1, 2, 3, 4 hours to take you on the date. So it's like, why are women allowed to have these expectations? But it's like weird and icky for guys to be like, you should bow? You should do the laundry?
I don't like the bow. Like,
well, but you wouldn't do the laundry the first time you go to a guy's house, which could be the second, third, fourth date.
Don't you think it's a little weird he would ask me to bow on the first date, though?
Yeah, I'm granting that it's weird, but when it comes to the laundry, you said you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I think it's weird that like, if like I went over to a guy's house and he'd be like, oh, can you do my laundry? I'd be like, no. Maybe if I were in like a long-term relationship with him and I lived with him, yeah, for sure.
So should men wait until they're in long-term relationships and only start paying for dates then?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
You don't know?
I mean, no, I do know. I mean,
should men withhold chivalry until the woman's his girlfriend?
I don't think they would get into a relationship if they didn't have chivalry, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's you're right.
Yeah.
You're spot on. The men have to front load. Men have to front load all the traditional gender roles or whatever. They have to front load it. Mm-hmm. And some women are, okay, now that we're in a relationship, now we can be more 50-50. Some women do that. Although some women still have the expectation that it continue on in perpetuity. But it's interesting. So I guess the question again, though, comes to, what do women do?
What do you want them to do? Like in a
I'm
relationship?
asking you, though.
Like,
I'm asking you. I know what I want women to do.
like, what do I do? Or
But
like,
what do you do? What do any women do, really?
You probably
It's-
like paint his
I-
fingernails or something.
Paint? What the fuck?
He probably like paints his
No.
fingernails. Some
Well, I
like
mean,
some
like,
fruity
if you're being pursued,
That's a liberal joke.
what are
That's
you
what I
supposed to do?
mean.
Like, if you're the one being pursued, what are you supposed to do?
I'm glad
Yeah.
you like that. Yeah.
I mean,
Because usually women are not the ones pursuing, so I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to do in like the beginning talking stage. I know what to do in like a relationship, but if you're being pursued, I don't know what to do.
You
Be
could offer to
pleasant.
pay 50-50.
Well, that is I would say that is, in fact, the dynamic is that there isn't really an expectation on what women should do. I think that there would be like a degree of not being a pain in the ass, making yourself available.
Yeah, being interested.
But acquiescing
I do that.
and deferring to him. But I would argue, like, I mean, shit, if the first time a girl comes over to my house, yeah, she should do the laundry.
Well, you know my take on that.
Well, you would do it, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I like to make his life convenient. If he's working to pay for the date, he's probably not going to have time to do his own laundry. So
Yeah, I get that.
I'll help him out if he
perspective.
really needs help.
Yeah. Plus, it's kind of fun. Put some music on.
The
I
bow-
enjoy doing laundry.
The bow thing is just to see if she'll do one really easy, effortless, completely benign thing just to make her man happy. That's it.